In a blistering segment on the popular Australian talk show, The Morning Buzz, Meghan Markle found herself the target of sharp criticism and relentless jokes, leaving viewers divided over the former royal's public persona. The roast, which featured a panel of comedians and celebrity commentators, took aim at Markle's often controversial statements and actions, reigniting debates about her role in the royal family and her subsequent departure from royal duties. While some viewers found the commentary hilarious, others condemned it as an unfair attack on a woman who has already faced significant scrutiny. The roast kicked off with a humorous but biting remark about Markle's penchant for self-promotion. One comedian quipped, "If Meghan Markle could turn her life into a brand, she'd have her face on every cereal box in the country." This lighthearted jab set the tone for the rest of the segment, which quickly escalated into a full-blown critique of Markle's motivations and behavior. The panelists delved into her high-profile interviews, particularly the infamous Oprah Winfrey sit-down, where Markle made accusations of racism within the royal family. Critics of Markle argued that these revelations were not only shocking but also strategically timed to garner public sympathy and attention. As the segment progressed, the comedians didn't hold back on the topic of Markle's alleged manipulation of public perception. One commentator remarked, "Meghan is like a magician. She distracts you with one hand while the other is picking your pocket." This metaphor resonated with many viewers who feel that Markle has expertly crafted her narrative as a victim while simultaneously leveraging her royal ties for fame and fortune. The critics claim that her actions have not only tarnished the reputation of the British monarchy, but have also drawn attention away from real issues facing marginalized communities, which she often claims to champion. The roast also tackled Markle's strained relationship with the British press, portraying her as someone who craves the limelight while simultaneously vilifying those who provide it. A particularly controversial joke suggested that Markle would complain about the paparazzi while taking selfies on the red carpet. This sentiment strikes a chord with those who see a contradiction in her public stance. Many believe that Markle has cultivated a victim narrative that plays well in the media, allowing her to avoid accountability for her own choices, including her decision to step away from royal duties in search of personal freedom. Moreover, the show highlighted the stark contrast between Markle's public persona and the reality of her actions. One panelist noted, "Meghan talks about mental health and empowerment, but how empowered do you feel when you're constantly playing the victim?" This statement sparked a larger conversation about authenticity and accountability. Critics argue that Markle's advocacy often feels performative, as though it is more about maintaining her public image than making genuine contributions to the causes she supports. This performative aspect can alienate those who genuinely strive for change without the fanfare. In a particularly biting segment, the comedians delved into Markle's fashion choices, suggesting that her lavish wardrobe choices contradict her claims of being relatable and grounded. How can she advocate for the everyday woman while wearing designer clothes that cost more than a monthly salary? One commentator asked. This criticism reflects a broader sentiment among viewers who feel that Markle has lost touch with the very people she claims to represent. Such remarks underscore the perception that her lifestyle is at odds with her message, making it difficult for many to take her seriously as a figure of empowerment. The roast also touched on the theme of privilege, with one panelist emphasizing that Markle's experiences, while unique, do not resonate with the average person. Meghan's struggles are like a premium subscription service. Only a few can afford to relate, they said, drawing laughter from the audience. This comment struck a nerve, as it highlights a significant disconnect between Markle's experiences as a duchess and those of everyday individuals. Critics argue that her narrative of struggle feels disingenuous when set against her backdrop of wealth and privilege. As the segment wrapped up, the panelists reflected on the broader implications of Markle's choices, suggesting that her actions could have lasting effects on the monarchy and public perception of the royal family. Meghan has turned the royal family into a reality show, one commentator said, summing up the sentiment that Markle's public image has transformed the institution into a spectacle rather than a symbol of tradition and stability. This perspective raises questions about the future of the monarchy and its relevance in modern society, particularly in light of the controversies surrounding Markle and her husband, Prince Harry. The Morning Buzz, not only showcased the humor and wit of the panelists, but also reignited discussions about Meghan Markle's controversial role in the public eye. While some viewers may defend her actions as those of a woman seeking her own path, the overwhelming sentiment from this roast suggests a growing frustration with her perceived hypocrisy and self-serving narrative. As Markle continues to navigate her public life, the question remains, can she reconcile her desire for authenticity with the reality of her privileged existence?